Hi everyone, it's Gillian and welcome to my channel and another crochet tutorial. For today's tutorial, we're working on the spiral granny. For this pattern, you can definitely make the spiral larger if you choose to. You can add more rounds for the border. And as you can see, you can make it in different colors here. You can probably even use a variegated yarn and that would be very pretty. Or you can make it in one solid color. This version and also this one has been blocked, and this one hasn't. Let's get started. To begin round one, you're first gonna make a magic ring, chain 3, and that chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch. Inside the magic ring, you're gonna make 8 double crochets. Five, 6, 7, 8, and you're gonna pull that magic ring close. For this pattern, you're not going to join. This pattern is working a spiral, and this is the end of round 1. For round 2, you're going to make a back post double crochet around each of the double crochet stitches. To make a back post double crochet, you're first going to wrap your hook. You're going to go around the first double crochet, not the chain 3, and you're going to go in from the back of the work and around that first double crochet stitch like that, and you're going to pull up a loop, and then you're going to finish your double crochet stitch. And you're going to put a stitch marker so you can keep track of your rounds. And you're going to make one more back post double crochet around that same stitch. First, you're going to wrap your hook, pull up a loop, pull through, and finish your double crochet stitch. And you're going to repeat. First, wrap your hook, go in between the stitches from the back, and I'm going to pull it apart so you can see, and around that double crochet stitch, pull up a loop and pull through. And you're going to repeat for the next double crochet stitch. Wrap your hook, go in and around, and make one more back post around the same stitch. And let's do that one more time. Wrap your hook, go in between the stitch and around that double crochet stitch, making sure that you're only grabbing one double crochet stitch, and make another back post double crochet. So you're going to continue that all around until you get to the stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. At the end of the round, you'll have one double crochet stitch left, and you're going to make 2 back post double crochet around that stitch. And at the end of round 2, you should have 16 back post double crochets, and that's the end of round 2. For round 3, your stitch repeat is going to be 1 back post around the first stitch, 2 back posts around the next stitch, 1 back post, 2 back posts, and that's going to be a stitch repeat all the way around until you get to the stitch marker. So first you're going to remove that stitch marker, Make one back post around the first back post stitch, and you're going to put that stitch marker back in place. And you're going to make 2 back posts around the next back post stitch. One back post around the next stitch, and 2 back posts around the next stitch. And you're going to repeat 1 back post around the next stitch, and 2 back posts around the next stitch. And you're going to continue with that sequence of stitches all the way around, and I'll meet you there. At the end of round 3, you should have 24 back post double crochets, so you will be increasing by 8 every round, and that's the end of round 3. For round 3, your stitch repeat will be 1 back post around the next 2 stitches and 2 back posts around the next, 1 back post around the next 2 stitches and 2 back posts around the next, and you're going to take that all the way around, and at the end of that round you should have 32 back post stitches. So let's go ahead and remove our stitch marker. One back post around the next 2 stitches, and put that stitch marker back in place. One back post around the next stitch, two back posts around the next stitch. One back post around the next 2 stitches, and 2 back posts around the next stitch. We're going to do a repeat again, 1 back post around the next 2 stitches, and 2 back posts around the next stitch. And you're going to repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you there. At the end of the round, you should have 32 back post stitches, and that's the end of round 4. For round 5, and this is going to be our last increase row, and for this motif you can keep making the spiral portion as big as you want it to be. For round 5, our stitch repeat is going to be 1 back post around the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 2 back posts around the next. one back post around the next three and two back posts around the next, and you're going to take that all the way around, and at the end you should have 40 back post stitches. So back post around the next 3 stitches. And this is the 3rd stitch, and you're going to make 2 back posts around the next stitch. And you're going to repeat, make 1 back post around the next 3 stitches. And 2 back posts around the next. And we're going to repeat one more time, 1 back post around the next 3 stitches. And 2 back posts around the next. And you're going to repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you there. At the end of round 5, I'm going to slip stitch to the first stitch where the stitch marker was. And here I'm going to fasten off because I'm going to make the border in a different color, but you can choose to make it in one color like I did here if you choose to. So I'm going to cut my yarn. And at the end of this round, you should have 40 back post double crochet stitches, and that is the end of round 5. For round 6, I'm going to join my new color with a slip stitch, and I'm first going to put a slip knot on my hook. And you can join in any stitch that you choose, and I'm going to join into the stitch where I made my slip stitch, which is right here. I'm going to make a slip stitch. Chain 3. Into that same stitch, I'm going to make my first corner, and this will be the start of the repeat. You're going to make a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same stitch. Into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, a half double crochet. And you're going to make a single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next stitch, a half double crochet. A double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to start your repeat again, and you're going to make your second corner stitch, which is going to be a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same stitch, a double crochet into the next stitch, a half double crochet into the next stitch, and one single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to continue with that sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. At the end here you will have 2 stitches left, and you're going to make a half double crochet and a double crochet into the next stitch, and here you're going to fasten off and you're going to insert your hook into the first double crochet stitch on the both loops, and you're going to go into the top of the double crochet stitch here, and then you're going to go over to the top of the chain 3. And then you're going to fasten off your hide the rest of the tail ends. And that is the end of the spiral granny. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.